One of my undergraduate student RAs, Travis Milnes, took a pivotal role in designing and carrying out the survey, designing and carrying out interviews, as well as going door to door and surveying affected residents after the flood. He's also using data from this for his undergraduate honors thesis in sociology.
The Southern Alberta flood in 2013 impacted 30 communities, damaged 2,400 homes, and resulted in 100,000 people evacuating, 75,000 of which were from Calgary. It is now the costliest disaster in Canadian history, exceeding an estimated $6 billion. I'm an undergraduate research assistant at Mount Royal University who has and is continuing to work on a research project focusing on the experience of Calgarians in this disaster. The data was derived from participation of 407 Calgary citizens living within 26 evacuated Calgary neighborhoods. We sampled a total of 1,500 households proportional to the population of each neighborhood. Through this phase of our research, I have gained experience in random sampling, on-foot survey distribution, and data analysis through SPSS and Stata. This first phase of our research answered how Calgarians experienced the flood as a whole, but it didn't look at what Calgarians believed needed to be done in the future to prevent a disaster like the Southern Alberta flood from occurring again. To address this, we entered the second phase of our research where we conducted face-to-face interviews. In this phase, I gained experience in designing interview questions and developed skills necessary for interviews like building rapport, having patience while waiting for participants to answer, and looking for deeper questions to ask from the participants' answers. Through this research, I've listened to Calgarians describe the battle of trying to enter their house against rushing water for important papers and meaningful belongings, the devastation of coming home to a house completely flooded, the solidarity and compassion they experienced from their neighborhood and the citizens of Calgary in general, and the anger and betrayal many felt towards the government of Alberta for the little compensation they received in comparison to the damage done to their home. For me personally, this research was the deciding point of my academic career. I told myself that if I was accepted as a research assistant on this project, I would work my hardest to go to grad school. The qualitative and quantitative research experience I've gained as an undergrad would not have happened without the SSHRC funding my professor Tim Haney received. I think this shows the importance of providing undergraduate students the opportunity to significantly contribute to research projects. Out of this research, I've developed my honors project, which examines how disaster plays a role in changing environmental practices of places that are economically dependent on non-sustainable resources. Disasters is expected to become more and more common in the future through climate change. By looking if disaster has changed the way in which a resource-dependent community feels about the environment versus the prioritization of industry, we can contribute to the following global question. Will disaster become a driving force of change towards sustainable energy?